They go to Elliott again. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished 2nd. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought, was going to be the guy who got hurt early in the year, but they definitely have to find a running game, get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over from there.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 44 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A Seahawk 1st down. Wilson to his big target, Graham.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get it. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Wilson on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. David Irving in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. A second down throw for Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long for Prescott. The pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Collins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Again, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before.
Terrence Williams, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 74 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bailey now to kick this one away. And out now come the Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down. Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough Just bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On second down, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He completes it to Bryant. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. second down. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will swell the lead to 16. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even
Morris fighting. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And some space here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Now Wilson on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. There's Wilson to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On third down, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
That's whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, man, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. He'll try and run it up the middle. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within his score as the lead's cut to 8. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Powering his way forward. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And some room to work. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 20. 46-yard line. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. There's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right. the 40. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. A give to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Bailey now for the extra point. Play clock winding down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 61 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On 1st and 10, Prescott dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
First down, Prescott. He dumps off to Morris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Cowboys on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. The 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Prescott on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep open. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Okay, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way in touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Prescott to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jaron Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Second down, Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Richardson able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And no, it's incomplete.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell the police that I'm the back and I want on my 50s in cash. Tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been. Don't know what you think, compare me to